It is a very good afternoon and a hearty welcome to the Gibo Stadium. It is, of course, the quarterfinals of the Chibuku Super Cup final taking place. So far, two are confirmed for the semi-finals, with Dynamos triumphing yesterday over ZPC Kariba over penalties. 4-2, they won that game. And, of course, yesterday the match that we brought you live right here on ZBC TV, it was Manika Diamonds taking on Triangle, and it was the visitors that triumphed by 2-0. About 3 red cards being shown in that match, 2 for Triangle and 1 for the home side, Manika Diamonds. But nonetheless, Manika faltering, and that really sums up their season this time around. But today we are under the blistering sun of Triangle at Gibo Stadium, where we're going to be witnessing someone who's knocking on the door to become the other semi-finalist, and that is the match between the home side, Bikita Minerals, as they take on the visitors, the Panthers, MWOS FC, this afternoon. And it is at their borrowed ground that they have accumulated most of their points in the league. Can they continue and do well in this tournament and use home advantage to win this one? Or it will be the visitors, the Panthers, that are going to be betting on the right path to win the tournament this time around. But I never walk alone. I've got Chief Justice Majavi. Majavi, a big game. Yesterday we did see another interesting one, but this one is even bigger and quite interesting, and we are waiting for this big one. But let's start from yesterday, where we saw Manika Dam on that is Triangle. Triangle winning by 2-0. Your overall assessment of the game as we shape up to the semi-finals.
Thank you, Valentine. Yesterday, in Mtare, what a game I would say, but it ended up becoming a little bit nasty, with some indiscipline on the field, and of course it was not really helpful, and it was really something which was not recommended, and I think it's not recommended. I would move the players to behave in such a manner, and also it also gave some problems with the referee. He failed to control the game afterwards, and 3 red cards, 2 from Triangle and 1 from Manika, all in discipline. But I would say, Manika, they fought on their own. They could have won that game because the second half they had an advantage. If they had let in without taking a red card for their own side, they could have played against 9 men. But unfortunately, they couldn't read that much, and of course now they're out. We're looking forward to see who is going to win today here, Bikita Minerals and MWOS. I'm expecting a quite good game. The coaches spoke very, very in confidence about their sides as well, and of course they've got some good young players, Bikita Minerals, and considering how is the texture of MWOS, who have been the champions, they're relatively looking like champions. They're very good first half of the season, and now they're struggling a little bit here and there. They're not distant enough, but they can pick up the game because they've got some good quality as well. So let's see what happens this afternoon.
Let's talk about the opponents that are waiting for them as we look at the arrivals of the two teams, that is Bikita Minerals as well as that is MWOS FC, as the team arrived here. Let's talk about the team that is also waiting for them. Dynamos FC beating ZPC Kariba, penalty shootouts. Looks like any team that goes against Dynamos in penalty shootouts, Dynamos so far 100% caught. They've done well in this instance, and they're the defending champions. Should be interesting for these two sides, as that's the other team that is waiting for them.
No, it's interesting, and also at the same time it's scary when you are facing Dynamos, especially when they stretch the game to the penalties. For 2 seasons they won the cup, 2 consecutive seasons they won the cup, almost with the same style. It's through penalties, and this is very important for them. They have got confidence in that, and also have got a very good goalkeeper in saving penalties. He's been doing that, we all know. And for the team to win, against them, you just have to score in the 90th minute. And if you play them in the 90th minute, you have to win. And if you don't win, going to the penalty shooters for them it's easier because they know already they have built confidence towards that.
Let's talk about the other match that is on at Barberfield Stadium. Big encounter, particularly for the Giants Highlanders. They take on Scotland, and that should be revenge mission for Highlanders in this instance. And I'm sure they will love to win some silverware because they've been waiting for quite a long time now for them to win silverware. How important and crucial is this for Highlanders and, of course, the debutants into this Premier Soccer League that is Scotland?
For Highlanders, firstly, they're playing at home, and the Barberfields, it's It's one of the home of footballs. Yeah, it's a fortress, the home of football for Bulawayo, and the people, the culture and everything, they all relies on Highlanders, and I think they will come today in a positive manner, a positive approach. Last time in the first round of the league, they drew 1-1. They at Baba Fields, which was a very tense match, and Scotland came to Harare. Islanders came to Harare and they lost 2-1, which is for me, which I think the Islanders played very well despite going down to Scotland. But it's changed, and I think Islanders would want to win and have something at the end of the season. You see, they're not really good on the log. They've been struggling here and there. But I see them, I see them coming back, and trying to win something. And it's a cup game, and of course, like you said, anything can happen. They also have got some good players. Looking at Scotland, they want to win something. They're also gunning for the title, and it's very important for them. It's a chance. Win it. Maybe you never know. You can win the final.
Let's talk about the turf today, because we're looking. It's nicely cut, nicely lush and green, looking immaculate. What type of play, what type of styles should we expect from the players? Do they keep this in their conscience when they bring in the different type of boots for certain conditions? Because we know it can be a bit bumpy and uneven, but the grass is lush green, nicely cut. That will allow probably a passing game in as much as it is dry. Your take around that, as look at this weather as well, quite hot here in Triangle, as you can see nonetheless.
Yeah, because it is what, you cannot use the metal stud. I think the multi-stud, 13 stud is quite good and is suitable for this pitch. It's looking neat. It's quite okay, I would say. It just lacks a little bit of some water, but for me it's even, and it's looking better than I heard about it. Last time I was speaking to one assistant coach for MWOS. He was telling me that it's like they have improved the pitch. Last time they played here, it was too bumpy, and for me, I think they've done so well. And you can see even during this warm-up, the players, the passing is really effective, and the ball is flowing.
Indeed, and of course we did see the players removing their shoes as well, or their feet before, just to have a sample of the fit, the heaviness of the pitch, and also having the electrolytes, the energy that you need to draw from that is the pitch as well, if you believe in that. That's what players do to get a bit of confidence and understanding of how the pitch is like. And I'm sure you did see in our pictures them going through that session of walking onto the pitch barefooted, understanding, have a feel of the pitch as it were. But now let's get into the tactics of the two coaches in this encounter, looking at how they're setting up before we get into what we're going to hear from them. But your take of the first moment you saw the lineups. Take of the first moment you saw the lineups.
I think both teams are implying in attacking football. It's very important, and with the two types, these teams are, they are even, and in terms of talent, they've got all together. They've got good quality. Bikita Minos with some young and energetic. So I think Mtekede will imply an attacking football. You can see from the texture, and also looking at the lineup, they're going to play a 3-4-3, which is a very effective formation. Also coming to MWOS, I think you settle for 3 defenders at the back, and they have 5 in midfield and 2 up front, which is very good for them. And they've got Abubakar. He's not missing anyone. I would say for him, his squad is relatively the same. He just brought in, you can see Muchkambi is there, but it's altogether they've got a very good squad. For Bikita, they don't have Courage Bearer, the captain. We hear he's injured, but I think they've got enough ammunition.
Let's talk about the warm-up, the body language for the players. How important is this to get into the mindset of the game, the preparedness and so forth? I see the coaches are like spying the opposite side during warm-up. Tell us more about what happens there during the time of warm-ups, as you can see the warm-up going through right now.
Yeah, that's where you see you'll be noticing as a coach. You'll be noticing who is playing, who is looking sharp, and you can see from the body language, the finishing, the passing. Sometimes it can give you an idea about a player. And both coaches, they are all standing and watching the opposite side. it means they are planning something and they are trying to readjust if they had gone wrong in their, especially in their approach. But you know, the players are really important, and whatever I'm seeing now, it looks like both ends, both sides, they are really ready and they are looking sharp in terms of their agility, in terms of everything. They are doing so well.
Let's touch a bit on the Bikita Minerals. They've always taken this to be a fortress for them. They created that. Yeah, they've lost 1 or 2 matches and drawn some, but they made this a fortress. They hardly lose here. They're so confident when they're playing here, in as much as this is their borrowed side. Your take on that as well?
You know, it's with the type of play, which it sometimes implies. It's a passing. It's more scientific. You know, it's good for them, and I think they are used to this field and they are used to these conditions. Also, where they train in Bikita, it's also hot like here, and it suits them. You know, it suits them, and you can see the boys here. They are happy and they look like they are used in this environment.
Now let's get to hear from Wilson Mtekere, as we did manage to have a chat with him earlier on. Tells us how he's setting up his side and how he's looking forward to this very important encounter. A chance for silverware for Bikita Minerals.
Yeah, a really good chance to really try and push and get a silverware, but also very cognizant of very important factors that surround us. We are indeed going to really go out, flat out, with the manpower and the personnel that is available to try and get the best possible result. Yes, the team, we prepared very well, but obviously, you know, the season taking its toll in terms of overuse injuries. We are missing about 3 of our regular starters who are on the mend, but the youngsters that were filled in, I think they are capable of really giving it their best. This is an opportunity for them in this competition to really prove that they can also help the team, especially in the run up to this matrix that we find ourselves in. But we are happy. We are ready to really give it the best.
Indeed, interesting remarks are coming through from Wilson Mtekere, Justice Machavi, and he's missing 3 very important players, including his captain. This should be really, you know, tricky for him. But in as much as he says he's confident of the youngsters that he's fielded in there to start the match.
Yeah, you know, it shows a balanced team. You miss 3 players and then you replace them there and there. It shows, you know, like he was speaking in confidence that he brought in some good young players. Yes, of course, the leader is not there. Courage better, who is very important to them, but I don't see them struggling. The way he spoke, it seems like he is ready and he was prepared for this, and everyone who was called in is going to do the job.
And of course, having heard that from Wilson Mtekere, and of course, very confident, Bikita Minerals has got one of the youngest sides in the Premier Soccer League. Some 18, 19-year-olds and 21-year-olds in that squad. Very talented squad. But let's get to hear from Lloyd Samaitamtasa, the MWOS coach, as what he has prepared and how important this game is for MWOS. You remember, they are chasing also the title. They still have a chance mathematically to compete with those that are leading the log, that is Zimbabwe and Scotland. But this is a chance and opportunity for silverware as well for them. Let's hear from the coach, Lloyd Samaitamtasa.
I really know it's a tough encounter, but like any other coach would want to come out here and get the ticket to the semi-finals. And I think we've done well in terms of preparation, and we want to see the reflection today.
All right.
The team that did duty the last time against L1, I think we only have the 2 people who are out, Marvin Mutsuka and Jerry. They are on the bench, and we have Valentine and Timothy.
For Lloyd Samaitamtasa, these are constructing, you know, eventualities for the 2 coaches, but Samaita surely should be going confident. They started like a house on fire in the Premier Soccer League, but they fizzled out when the turn of the second half of the season did come, where they started losing games and dropping points. But I'm sure the Chibuku Super Cup presents an opportunity for them an opportunity for silverware, and everybody was talking about them doing a Black Rhinos kind of situation in 1984 where they came from Division 1 to win the league, and now an opportunity for a cup game. How important is it for Lloyd Samaita Mtasa in terms of redemption and recovery for them to also chase both, that is the Chibuku Super Cup as well as the league?
You know, for me, I think taking from what he said, you know, he brought a strong squad and everyone is available. He's looking forward to winning this game. And of course they are seeing silverware here, and this is the chance, you know. We can speak about the league, but I think in the league they are not really 100% in the contention. He might be having some chances. That is if the two teams, Scotland and Simba Bora, they falter towards the end. But their biggest chance now is here in the Chibuku Super Cup, and of course he really needs that. You know, he showed it in the first half of the season. Very good show for the team. Did very well, played very well. All the games half of the season, never lost. But you know, now coming to the second half, you know, they are fizzling out a little bit, and they are out of the picture, I would say. And for him, this is very important. You know. You can see the way he expressed when he was talking about bringing in the strong squad. It shows that they are ready and they want to take this cup. It will give them an opportunity as well to play in the Safari.
Indeed, an opportunity to play in the African Safari. That's what the reward comes with when you are, if you win the Chibuku Super Cup. A big encounter, big game. The coaches are sounding very confident. And of course, we are ready for action. Remember, you can also watch this match on our streams that is on YouTube as well. So tell your friends and family, share the link. And of course, go to our YouTube page and you can share the link there with friends and family. Tell them to gather there, because the match we are about to bring you is an exciting, it is a blood and thunder encounter. These two sides are in real desperation for redemption before the season ends, and this cup provides that opportunity for silverware. And which side are you putting your money on? And of course you can just go on our YouTube page, let us know your predictions, let them run through, and let's see who's going to get it right by the end of the day when the 90 minutes are over. Will it go all the way to the penalties, or it will finish within the 90? That's the big question. But for us neutrals, we love to see goals, and goals we expect. And talking about goals, these are two sides never short or shy of goals.
Yeah, you know, free scoring, I would say. And also, I think they're looking forward to for redemption. You know, both teams, you know, they are really balanced in terms of their approach. They've got very good coaches, and of course, with the implication of attacking football, we might see quite a little bit of some goals in this match. And Bikita Minerals, you know, they are two top goal scorers. They are seated on the bench, and of course they brought in some player who's very good as well, and he can score. But let's see how it goes. It's important for both teams to score at least goals in the first half. You need to take a lead, and then you can detect the pace of the game.
Indeed, detecting and being control and being in charge of the game sounds so much important for these two sides, for them to progress to the next stage of the competition. It is the semi-finals that await them, and of course we shall be monitoring as well the game that is taking place at MWOS, where Highlanders are hosting Scotland, and already into the semi-finals are Dynamos and Triangle already in the semi-final. They'll go into a pot waiting for these two sides, either that will win today here at the Gibo, where of course the home side, that is Bikita Minerals, is their borrowed home nonetheless, but the home side here as they take on the Panthers MWOS, and at MWOS, Highlanders hosting Scotland for a spot into the semi-final. I don't know which ones you prefer to come up next, Machavi. Who would you really fancy? Because I'm getting into predictions time now, the moment that every pundit hates so much, but we have to get right into it. Who are you seeing in the semi-finals? Already two are confirmed.
You know, Valentine, if you see on paper, MWOS is a little bit stronger than Bikita, and in terms of ability going forward, I think MWOS has got that punch. I'm not quite sure who win this game, but maybe a 2-1 for MWOS.
2-1 for MWOS?
I think a 2-1 for MWOS.
Then at MWOS?
MWOS is tricky as well. Like I said, you know, Highlanders, you know, they're playing at home, and it's a little bit tricky for Scotland. and I don't think Islanders would want to lose against. But for today, I think a 1-0 for Islanders. I want Islanders to go through. Why? For the purpose, they're also fighting relegation. So, and I'll be looking forward in them meeting Dynamos.
All right, let's take a short break and we'll be back with the two teams coming in to line up here for this epic quarterfinal at the Gibo Stadium. It is, of course, the Chibuku Super Cup match between Bikita Minerals as they take on MWOS FC, the Panthers. Back and we are set right here in the sugar producing town of Triangle, which is hosting the Chibuku Super Cup. I remember one of the finals that we held here, they were the biggest, the best ever we have seen in this country, and of course would have loved to come back here to witness that, but it presents us with a different opportunity nonetheless, Machavi, as we look at the Chibuku Super Cup and how important it is for these two sides. Finally, your last words as we prepare for kickoff.
I just want to see a better game, more than the one in Mutare yesterday. It started flowing very, very well yesterday, but later on it ended up with some red cards and some indiscipline. This is very bad, especially for the sponsor and also for the spectators. Spectators want to watch a very good and beautiful passing game. A better team wins, and I'm expecting that this afternoon we have a very good game. We will watch a very good game in Bikita Minerals and MWOS with the well-respected coaches. So they also need to raise up their game as players. They also need to play better.
And of course, let's quickly touch on the referees, because they're quite important and crucial to the game as well, as before we cross over to Stanley Kasade for commentary.
You just have to control the game. Yesterday was a mess. In the last quarter, it became nasty, but it happens. Sometimes you just have to do over it strong enough and be decisive. And I hope this afternoon we will have the match officials will be on spot.
Indeed. So there you have it. Let's take you to our match commentator, Stanley Katsande, as of course we see the beautiful scenic view that we have of this beautiful town, sugar producing town of Triangle, as the Lithium Boys take on the Panthers.
Yes, we are here at Gibo Stadium here in Triangle, the sugar producing part of Zimbabwe. The scenery that we have is wonderful, lush green vegetation, and of course we do have a lot of sugarcane being grown around this place here. As you can see, the vegetation that we have is quite surprising, as well as the pitch looking immaculate, well manicured by the people responsible here at Gibo Stadium. And the man in charge of all that is Richard Munondira, and he does a very good job. That's the groundsman there. He's been here for 25 years as we prepare now to get us started in this particular encounter. And very soon it will be time for the national anthem. The national anthem indicating the start of proceedings here at Gibo Stadium. Bikita Minerals in white, taking on MWOS from Norton in blue. Norton, of course, the team from Norton, coached by Lloyd Samaitam Tasa. And the team in white, Bikita Minerals, under the tutelage of Wilson Mutekede. That is the man in charge, as these two teams prepare to fight it out for a place in the semi-finals. And two teams have already qualified for the semi-finals. Triangle dispatching Manika Diamonds at Sakuba Stadium yesterday, 2-0. And the Dynamos in the capital dispatching ZPC Kariba on penalties by 4-2. Timbare becoming penalty shootout specialists. They even have a goalkeeper who specializes in that, and it's working for them. So far so good, but it's not happening that well in the league, simply because we have to play the full 90 minutes. Israel Nevera is the man in charge of proceedings here at Gibo. As you see there, MWOS World of Sport in a huddle for their pre-match rituals. Very soon they'll be getting down to business. This is a team that came into the league and took to life in the Premier League like a duck to water. Bikita Minerals playing without their captain here, who got injured last week, among two others, and he highlights those players that are not in the side today. But of course, Manyuchi, the top goal scorer, is around, and they can expect a lot from this young man. Martin Mapisa, the Zimbabwe international goalkeeper, in between the sticks. And in front of him will be Tafazwa Nyabunze, Clive Kwangwari, and Innocent Zambezi, the former Caps United midfielder, with Abu Bakar Moffat, the man who is on everybody's lips about playing for the national team as the defensive linkman. The MWOS Hardman is certainly impressing everyone who cares about Zimbabwe's progression on the international scene. Wilson Mtegede is that man there without a cap, the man in charge at Bikita Minerals, the lithium miners. MWOS, of course, are the Panthers. They've been around for quite some time now. And they do have one of the youngest players in the league, in the form of Ethan, who is only 13 years. Ethan Thompson, 13 years, and he's had quite a few matches under Lloyd Mtasa. And of course we do have IB9 as the oldest at 53. 40-year difference between the two. As we kick off here with Abu Bakar Moffat with his traditional dress code, tucking in his shorts, showing his muscles, the thigh muscles, leaving them open. And I think it's ideal down here in Triangle. It's so hot, so you need as much air as possible around your body. Nyabunze looking for Zambezi. The ball clipped long into enemy zone as they chase this one. He couldn't keep the ball in play, and Bikita Minerals failed to take full advantage as the ball is played into touch for a throw-in for Valentine Katsande to take. But that throw taken as it runs into touch once again. Free kick. She's taken short. Zambezi overcooking that one. Goes straight out of play for a throw-in. Let's wait and see how they will do it. It's taken a bit of time to come from the far side. Finally taken long into enemy zone, and that will roll kindly for the goalkeeper, Martin Mapisa, who finds his captain, Nyabunze Clive. Martin Mapisa, of course, knocking on the door for national colors. This one is played through Nigel Martina. This one played well into space. The cross comes in, but straight for the goalkeeper. That's Wellington Mangena. As once again the ball is carelessly played into touch for a throw to the Panthers. MWOS playing from left to right in blue, and Bikita Minerals in all white as they play from right to left. Mapisa's long ball forward. It's headed away. A clever idea, but it didn't come off right. He saw the goalkeeper off his line and tried to lob it, but then the kick was overcooked. That was a banda, and it sailed over the ball. Sitting next to me is our match analyst, Justice Majavi. What do you make of that effort?
Yes, Katsande, you can see with the first few minutes from kickoff, MWOS is all over. They've started very well. I would say it's a very good start, and definitely they're looking for an early goal. And you can see actually they have done everything so far on the right side. They're pushing with Kwangwari and also Muchkambizi. They're trying the best there going forward. I haven't seen. I think Martina, if he start kicking, it is going to be a different game.
Yes, indeed. If Nigel Martina gets settled, he's a tricky customer. He can be very, very difficult indeed. Here they come once again, but this one will go straight to Martin Mapisa. Now this one under the control of Bikita Minerals. This one carelessly played into touch. That was the Taduana Shenyakope, one of the defenders expected to do duty this afternoon. He wasn't concentrating on that occasion. Chambizi. This one picked up on the near side here. But Bikita Minerals applying the pressure. They win the ball. Throw in. Quickly taken. That was Shelton Moyo losing possession. And a good run on the far side here. As the MWOS are under pressure. Poor cross. This one easily taken away. And this will That was taken away, and it comes back once again. Zambezi had to drift all the way into the opponent's boxes. The cross comes in. This looks good. Control the shot, and is there. An early goal. An early goal there for MWOS. Lloyd Samaita Mtasa's team has got the goal here. Jersey number 14. That is Clive Kwangwari. Did very well to control it and then rolled it into the net, despite the valiant attempts of the defenders to stop it. It was on target. It's only fair to give the goal to the striker. But of course, Bikita Minerals number 12, Nyakope Isam Shumba Imwe is the one who ended up finishing it off. 1-0 in this Chibuku Super Cup at Gibo Stadium.
They lost the position. In comes Martina on the left side. Good run, I would say, and a very good cross. Also, very good finish from Kwangwari.
Yes, Kwangwari was again hugging the second post, and he managed to take full advantage. Here's another long crossfield pass, but then taken down there by Shumbaimwe. Shumbaimwe still chasing. Rolls it through. Yeah, they pick it up now. But again, MWOS love to play the ball on the ground, and this one rolls into touch. No problems there for the defender. That's Valentine Katsande, who plays for the Norton side as a right back. It's been a regular one for Lloyd Samaita. Abubakar Moffat wants to take charge of the set piece duties here. And Mangena will have to watch this one very carefully. Wellington. Abubakar Moffat is a player that everyone must keep an eye on. It's a good looking ball inside the area. Desperate clearance coming in, and a clash of heads, and immediately the ref has called on the medics to attend to the injured player. But he's up and about, wants to continue. Good to see that he's able to run around, a clear indication that maybe the injury is not as serious as we first thought. Wellington Mangena to dispatch it. Lays it long. Goes on the far side. Some skills being shown there. And in the end, Mangena should take it. Nigel Martina drifting left and right and keeping the opponents busy as Zambezi Innocent plays it to Abubakar. It comes back to Kwangwari. Lovely pass, but then he can't fasten onto the ball. And in the end, the goalkeeper clears the danger. Under the threat of Arthur Banda. Valentine is tackled rather unfairly, and he's gone down under the challenge of Farai Kaframtoa. That's how it happened. That was careless. Very careless. He's lucky the referee's in a good mood. He could easily have ended up getting a yellow card there, Justice.
Yeah, definitely could be a yellow card. Also, I think Bikita Minerals boys are becoming a little bit frustrated. The early goal is central to them. We haven't found anything, any balance at the moment. So all over is MWOS so they are going to be. So I hope we're not going to resort to the same match like yesterday in Mutare.
Oh, yes, indeed. Yesterday's match was ill-tempered with the Triangle getting 2 players red-carded, and then Manika Diamonds had 1, and then further to that, Triangle lost a player when his leg was broken, and now the goalkeeper is out of office, and very lucky that Arthur Banda couldn't fasten onto that pass. But my goodness, what on earth was he doing there?
I don't know what Wellington was doing, you know, in the first place. Why is he coming off his line? I think it's about 40 yards or 30 yards, 30 to 40 yards. And of course, he could have done well. Arthur Banda could have done well. He could have controlled that ball. There was no one in the post. He could have just controlled and lob it in the free net, in the open net.
Yes, indeed, but he couldn't do it as Pascal Shumbaimwe plays that ball to nobody. Martin Mapisa waits for it to come from the ball boys before he can play it downfield. In a 1-0 situation for the visitors, MWOS. They are now leading here by 1-0. A goal that came from Clive Kongwari, just number 14 for MWOS. It's a long clearance from the defense, good chest down. Kongwari beaten on the ground by Shumbaimwe Pascal, playing as a right back, listed as a centre back. But well, players can interchange without any problems. Here's Valentine Katsande. Does well to play the ball into the send-up. Innocent Zambezi thinks of his goalkeeper, but now finds the captain, Clive Nyabunze. And Shumbaimwe plays that ball into touch, giving away a throw in, and he's taken early. Kongwari, Abubakar. Kongwari goes forward. This is a good looking cross, and in the end the defender goes down and claims a foul given by the referee. And he's been given the benefit of doubt. Let's see. That is the case. Went down under challenge. Looks like he simply realized that he might lose the ball, and he ended up just giving it away. Here's Felix Moya now. Bikita Minerals taking time to settle down. It's a team full of youngsters. 7 of the players were born at the after the turn of the millennium. That clearance is not long enough. MWOS are fighting for possession. Good skills as the ball is turned to Abubakar. There's Kongwari. Guides it backwards. Nyabunze forward. Zambezi, the former Caps United player. This is Nyabunze. Drifting forward. And this one is overcooked as he goes out of play on the far side. And Wilson Mteke, they're not happy with what he's seeing so far. They've just conceded a goal, and MWOS are continuing to dominate the exchanges, Justice.
Yeah, you can see the look of things. These are not yet set. Now we really want to change this. It's difficult for them to bypass the game.
And this one goes all the way back. It's going to be a goal kick. As we take a look at the goal once again. An aerial view coming from our drone that is following proceedings here at Gibbo Stadium. Abubakar posting a long one, but again Bikita Minerals are fighting for every loose ball here. And this one goes straight to Martin Mapisa, clad in blue, teasing the center striker Farai Kaframtoa. Zambezi headed away. Now it comes down once again. MWOS are still fighting for possession. This one is picked up by Kongwari. Here they come back, and in the end the harassment on the MWOS player Atabanda doesn't please the referee. This is what happened. He managed to break loose, but the Bikita player continued to trip him, and obviously the ref had no choice but to blow for a free kick. In a very good looking position. A right foot killer for me would do. And I can see that Matthew Sergio Mrambiwa is set to take it. Mrambiwa and Abubakar behind it. Mrambiwa gives a dummy. Abubakar! And the goalkeeper had to collect it at the second attempt. Abubakar was trying to score from that distance. A bit far. And I think the shot needed a bit more venom. Here comes Shelton Moyo. Going forward. Bikita Minerals trying to start an attack, but it fails. Shumbaiwe. Long one on the far side. The header. It comes down, and in the end the ref blows to give MWOS a free kick from inside their box, and this gentleman not happy about it at all. From the Bikita Minerals bench. Here's Nyabunze. Exchanging passes with Valentine Katsande. It's now time for Innocent Zambezi. Plays it downfield, and the keeper playing true to his abilities of playing as a sweeper keeper. And Martin Mapisa, nearly beaten by the awkward bounce, manages to collect it at last. And he can play the ball downfield now. Rolls it for his captain, Yabunze, who turns back and finds Abubakar. Yabunze will play it to his goalkeeper, Martin Mapisa. Back to Abubakar, playing in front of the back three as Lloyd Mtasa plays a 3-4-3 formation here at Gibbo Stadium in Triangle. This is the home of Triangle United, who won yesterday at Sakuba Stadium against Manika Diamonds. And the clearance is long. Picked up in the center. They are now going forward. Bikita Minerals. Good looking effort, a bit elevated, but nonetheless, we have to commend the effort and the thought of trying to take a crack at goal, Justice.
You know, they are trying by all means. You can see Bikita, of course, they're trying to make 1-2 passes, 2 complete passes, but it's relatively difficult for them because they are intentionally bypassing the midfield where MWOS is overclocked. But I think if they resort to their plan, they will do better. You can see they are going into the attacking zone, but they're lacking precision. The passing is very bad.
Exactly,
the passing is very bad.
The passing is not up to scratch. You're right. They need to improve on that, and these fans here are happy with what they are seeing. They are from Norton. MWOS supporters leading here by 1-0. Clive Kongwari getting the goal. Here they come back once again. This looks dangerous. Atabanda's cross inside the area, and Abubakar will pick it up with good defensive work. But Nyabunze taking time to release the ball. And the ref has blown.
Oh, fair enough. I think fair enough. It was the start on. You put on the open foot. I think it's fair. And you can see all these tackles, you need to take care. You can see there. Just for protection, I think he has done so far so good. He has done so well. He controlled some tempers, and you can see he seated down Manucci. He's injured.
Yeah, I hope that it's nothing serious, because Manucci is their best player here with 4 goals. one of the players with 4 goals this season. So certainly this is their source of goals. Here's the goal once again. Well taken there by Kwangwari. And the man on the line was still turning when it came and they couldn't stop it. So it's 1-0 to MWOS, the Panthers from Norton. Yes, you can watch it again and again, never getting bored because it was well executed. A good turn from him, the way he controlled it was brilliant. Brought it down with his thigh and rolled it into the net. It takes bravery for a player to do that. Most players would have skied the effort and they will hesitate to take the shot. But Kwangwari was brave enough and he was rewarded. Justice.
Yeah, sure, and no shots, the goalkeeper, nowhere to be found. But I think it was a really calculated move on the left there, where there is Martina. Good run, good cross, good control from Kwangwari, and a good finish.
Yeah, good finish as Nyabunze plays it forward. And it looks like Bikita Minerals are playing into the trap. Oh, but some good running on the far side. Unfortunately, he couldn't get to it in time. The ball had already crossed the line. 21 minutes played. 1-0, MWOS in the lead. As the throw is being taken from the far side. Zambezi takes it. Nigel Martina, the star of the show. It's one player who is so reliable for them. Shumbaime misses it completely, but I'm sure he'll get to this one. Wins the throw in. Pascal Shumbaime preparing to dispatch this one. Shumbaime clears. Abubakar Moffat leaves it. And that will be a throw in. Tomorrow, the away team, who are still leading here. Kwangwari. This one drops kindly. And the referee intervenes once again. It's a free kick to Bikita Minerals. I think it's for a push because the player concerned is holding his shoulder there.
A bit of an aggression from Feremba.
Yeah, Feremba.
I think
proving to be very aggressive.
Yeah, a bit of aggression. And obviously, when you hit a player, aggressively, especially when he's just looking at the ball, because he was looking at the ball and he fell down badly. It was awkward.
Yeah, it can be quite dangerous. Here they come once again. Shumbaimwe with a long ball, but this one will be taken away by Zambezi, who is proving to be quite a versatile player. Feremba there mistiming his run. And finally, Bikita Minerals coming out of jail there. Tadiwana Shenyakopet making a vital interception. Now he has to defend once again. The ball comes back. And a chance once again. Mshambezi! How did he miss that? I cannot believe this. Facing the goalkeeper all on his own, but Mchambizi could not beat him. Take a look at that. Oh dear. And the goalkeeper was badly drawn out. Bikita Minerals are lucky, aren't they?
Very good pass from Arthur. He did very well, a draw into the box, which was a more calculated move. And Mshkambizi didn't convert that one. Actually, in those positions, sometimes it's a goal on its own. You just have to slot it, make sure and slot it home. MWOS could be leading by 2-0 by now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One
thing I've just noticed, Kasande, here, it's MWOS are trying by all means to suffocate Bikita Minerals. They are not giving them any chance. Every time they have the ball, they make sure they make a mistake and they recollect the position. You see from the midfield, they are trying to push and they construct it from the back. But the moment they pass the second or into the third, it's difficult for them to go out of that position.
And this is Kafram Toa. trying to take a cricket goal. And it's picked up this time around. Oh, he hits the bar. Bikita Minerals are now asking the questions. They want parity here. Felix Moyo lays it. And another effort, but this time it goes horribly wide. No problems there. Lloyd Samaita Mtasa taking a long look as we take a second look. Martin Mapisa was beaten. All systems out. And he must count himself lucky that Lady Luck decided to smile on him. It would have been 1-1. Kwangwari, a lovely turn from the youngster, plays the ball through. And this one goes all the way. The goalkeeper is out of office. And once again, ball taken up. Bikita Minerals seem to have a problem in clearing their lines. Shumba Ingwe conceding a throw in. Very close to the corner flag there. Lloyd Mtasa reinforcing the strategy. Suffocate them inside their own area. Don't allow them any breathing space. And it seems to be paying off.
Yeah, you can see with the mistakes at the back. And Wellington Mangena twice is running off his line. And of course missing the ball at the same time. It's just unnecessary. And this pressure, is not, you make your teammates uncomfortable. Any ball which comes in, it's relatively a dangerous one.
Yes, indeed. As Innocent Zambezi brings it down, plays it through. Martina. Good vision by Martina. And in the end, the referee blows for a free kick. Because the Bikita Minerals player was crudely brought down. So that will be a free kick quickly taken by Wellington Mangena. Again, poor pass. And again the ref has blown. And I also think the players are making it difficult for the referee. He tries to allow play to flow, but then the number of fouls being committed do not allow the referee to ignore.
Yeah.
Otherwise we will start criticizing him, and it doesn't augur well.
Some it's the lack of tactical awareness. You can see all the time Bikita Minerals, they are all second on the ball all the time. That's why they're slow to get to the ball, and they end up committing fouls. And it's good for MWOS, who has got an advantage. They are taking advantage of that.
And once again they've tried to take a cricket goal. This one goes over. It's going to be a goal kick. The one player that I haven't seen come into the picture is Feremba, playing as the center striker. It's Nigel Martina, and a good cross. Nyabunze clears the danger. Ball picked up on the far side. Felix Moyo. And offside against Gafram Toa. So this will be the free kick. That's the earlier effort there by MWOS. So Martin Mapisa prepares to dispatch this one. We're into the 30th minute. 1-0, MWOS in the lead. Clive Kwangwari, the goal scorer. Bikita Minerals slowly trying to settle down. But again, it's a long ball forward. Very nearly catching the goalkeeper off guard.
Yeah, Murambeo could have made one spectacular goal here. Because they realized Mangena is not staying in line.
Yeah, he's not staying on his line, so it could have been disastrous for the young goalkeeper.
Basically I would think, staying on line, it will help him to command as well. But if he moves, he's moving too high for me, and he's too close to the defense, and he's bound to make a lot of mistakes.
Exactly, and when that happens, you put your team under pressure. You need to give them a sense of trust. Feremba has picked up possession. Here they come once again, and a good defensive work there by Bikita Minerals. But who else but Abubakar Moffat to pick it up? Playing it wide on the far side. That's a good searching ball by the big midfielder. And this one runs into touch. Clive Kongwari losing it. Takes a quick throw inside the area. And this one scrambled. Mrambiwa losing it. And it's Abubakar. Look at how smart he does his job. For a defensive midfielder, most of them would have come in with crunching tackles. But no, he does it sensibly.
He's very smart, you know. He reads the game very well, and whenever he's winning the ball, he knows when to put his aggression and the speed. Actually, I like his eye and also the ability. Whenever he gets the ball, you know, he has got he puts his head up. He's got some great vision.
Yes, indeed, and once again, Bikita Minerals losing possession. Well, we talked about them being this youngest team in the league. And some of the players still too young to have developed that well in their chosen game. Zambezi briefly getting a touch but then losing out. Nyabunze has read the game very well. That's the simplest thing. And Bikita Minerals guiding it back to Wellington Mangena. Shumbaimo will collect. Clipping it through. Valentine Katsande will pick this one up. It runs into touch. Throw in to the Panthers. And let's see how they will dispatch this one. To be taken by Katsande. Long throw. Mshambizi loses out. Abubakar being put under pressure here. He's got the strength and finds his captain who clears. This one picked up in the middle of the park. Kongwari all over the place. Mshambizi. Looks like Kongwari has gone down. And Abubakar will sportingly play the ball into touch. That was Feremba who went down following an aerial challenge. Some of the fans going through their phones trying to catch up with what is happening elsewhere, because Scotland is playing Highlanders at Barberfield Stadium. As we take a look at the incident that got Feremba injured. And all hands are on the injured player. The Wilson Umtekede takes advantage of the situation. I'm talking about Wilson Umtekede. He's a man who believes in science. I mean, you saw his players coming onto the field of play. They took off their shoes, started walking on the grass. It's necessary because it gives you the opportunity of re-energizing by absorbing the electrons that come from the ground. So, you know, he's a man who is well grounded in terms of science in sport and football in particular. Because when you talk to him, you can tell that, look, he knows the game from a very high level.
Yeah, definitely. You know, one of the best TDs we ever had in the country. And he transformed also this team, Bikita Minerals. When he went there, Bikita Minerals were struggling. But he has so far done everything and bring up some good youngsters more like this. And you can see scientifically, you know, he's one of the best, I would say. Psyching the players, grooming.
Yes, indeed, as they come through now. Nyabunze is beaten. Bikita Minerals are pushing forward. Ball played wide to the far side. Will the cross come? Here it comes. And Martin Mapisa allows this one over the bar. And a section of the stadium thought that the ball had gone in. And they are now dismissing it. They thought that it had gone in, with Martin Mapisa making a mock gesture. Goal kick to the Panthers. 35 minutes, 36 played now. It's 1-0 to the Panthers. Long ball played through. It's headed away by Moyo. Nigel Martina being harassed unfairly, much to the chagrin of some of the fans here. But I think they should appreciate the fact that Nigel Martina was being harassed unfairly, and the free kick is justified. This is a very good looking position. Valentine Katsande shaping up to take it. Nigel Martina himself is behind it as well. And Abubakar Moffat stands behind it. This is the incident that resulted in the free kick. Moffat plays it through, and a chance here. Oh, that was a wonderful cross, and good defensive work there by Bikita Minerals.
An intelligent free kick from Abubakar, and Martina was in rightful position. Very good cross. And also I can appreciate the defender for reading the game, and a very good clearance.
Brilliant clearance. There is Martina. The cross comes in, another clearance. Out of play for a throw. To MWOS, the Panthers, who are still turning the screw, looking for a second goal. Will it help if they double their advantage? Let's wait and see. Katsande. Ball played in the area, but again cleared away. Bikita Minerals lining up in defense. And thus, the technical team. Good block. And Zambezi all the way back to his goalkeeper. Martin Mapisa. Midway inside his own half. Plays it on the near side here. Ball kept in play. Gave it too many touches, and finally Bikita Minerals have taken it away. Nyabunze does well. And that was Nigel Martina.
Stanley, let's talk about Moyo. He's doing relatively very well shot on Moyo on the left side for Bikita Minerals.
Oh yes, oh yes. He's doing a great job, and he's pivoting so well when the team is stretched on the right. He's keeping things together there alongside Felix Moyo. And Felix Nyakope. Here's Nyabunze. Blasting it long on the far side, neatly brought down. Here they come once again. And corner kick. There was a bit of doubt between the assistant referee and the ref. They took time to make a decision, and the corner kick is the agreed decision. So Nigel Martina to take it. Now they've thought that his presence was needed more in the box than on the corner flag. But then you need a good delivery to affect play. Feremba and company are in the middle. Murambiwa is one of them. Zambezi as well. The header comes in. And I think there was a clash of heads there. Still commotion in the area. Players are up. And finally, it's picked up by Shelton Moyo. Racing forward. Good play by Katsande. To claim the ball and play it downfield. That was an unfair challenge there on Felix Moyo. So the ref is given a free kick. Moyo has stayed down. And of course, all hands will be on him very soon as we take a look again at how it happened. Yeah, he was nudged onto the ground as he was trying to come in for the tackle. Lloyd Samaidam Tasa should be happy with what he's seeing. 5 minutes or less to half time. He knows exactly what to tell the players as his fans are in full voice behind the scenes. Here they come once again. And the goalkeeper, Martin Mapisa, will collect this one. Gaframtoa Raymond teasing Martin Mapisa, who clears downfield. It's a long searching effort which goes straight to Wellington Mangena. From one goalkeeper to another. Shelton Moyo played this one infield. But MWOS are winning crucial possession. Here they come now with Feremba, who can't pick a pass. It's easily taken away. Shelton Moyo. The ball played wide on the far side. Neatly brought down. Infield as they try to go forward. This is a good looking cross. But again, saved. And in the end, Bikita Minerals still pressing here. Can they find an equalizer before the end of the first half? Here it comes now. And a good block by the Panthers, who are now going forward here. And they've left the ball behind. And now Bikita Minerals can take full advantage. Zambezi makes sure it's safe. And it's picked up by Bikita Minerals. Onto the near side here. Shumbaimwe. Ball played to the near side. They're beginning to look settled. Bikita Minerals. Good defensive work by Nyabunze. And as it drops in the center, Keith Mate. Ball wide to the far side. And he turns away from his marker. Bikita Minerals now turning the defenders the wrong way around, and finally they lose possession. They're making a mistake at a crucial moment. Otherwise, the approach work is very good, but the final pass is still missing, Justice.
Yeah, you can see constructively they are starting very well, building up. But in the third, that's where they are lacking. They are probably in the hurry, or they just misplaced the passes. But altogether, you can see they've gained a little bit some confidence in the last 5-6 minutes. They've done so well. But they need to do better, especially up front.
Yes, definitely they have to do better up front. And I can tell you that it's not over until the Fat Lady sings. Play continues. A minute to go to half time. And this one goes over. Shumbaimwe getting some instructions from his coach, Wilson Mteke, the former technical director in Zifa. We've had quite a few over the years, but Mteke stands out as one of the best. He knows his football. Just talk to him, and from talking to him we can tell that, look, football is like a religion to him. Here they come, Bikita Minerals. Pushing the ball forward. This one played wide to the far side as they try to make something out of nothing here. Gatsande fastens onto that pass and clears the danger. Just plays the ball into touch. Yes, Bikita Minerals. Just a minute to go of additional time. Bikita Minerals trying to finish strongly in this half, forcing Martin Mapisa to tip over the bar. This is how it happened. Yeah, definitely that was going in. And the Zimbabwe international was forced to fingertip the ball over the crossbar. Corner kick to Bikita Minerals. Can they find an equalizer? Here it comes. Oh! They failed to take advantage. Finally scrambled away. That was a tricky tackle. And the referee has blown to end the first 45 minutes here. Much to the chagrin of the Bikita Minerals supporters. If you can hear them in the background, they are contesting every decision that goes against them. And this was the chance. A glorious opportunity indeed. Nyabunze once again, always in the right place at the right time. And the two teams just preparing to go for half time, and I think Lloyd Mtasa will be speaking glowingly to his team at half time. But for Wilson Mtekede, it will be a different story. They need to settle down, start playing a passing game that is associated with Wilson Mtekede, who believes in a scientific approach to the game. And very soon we'll be going down to the touchline to our studio guys once they are ready for us. But I must tell you that, look, it's been a wonderful first 45 minutes with MWOS displaying some lovely football when they are putting their opponents under pressure. Bikita Minerals took some time to settle down, and finally when they did so, they began asking questions and forcing goalkeeper Martin Mapisa to make some saves. Let's cross over now to Valentine Mabugu and Justice Majavi.
The first half down and dusted, and in the lead are the Panthers as they lead by a goal to nil, courtesy of a strike in the 5th minute. And of course, it's all exciting times here in the Chibuku Super Cup quarter-final encounter that is between the Bikita Minerals, the Lithium Boys, as they take on the Panthers, MWOS FC. A brilliant game. Bikita Minerals, a touch unlucky, but beautiful football they have played. But it is that result, that goal, that really counts, and it is the Panthers in the lead.
Yeah, you know, relatively, first and foremost, MWOS started very well and very good, and they, by all means they controlled much of the first half by not giving chance to Bikita Minerals, and eventually they got the goal which they wanted. Taking the lead is very important, and in the midfield, that's where Abubakar is doing his things, and it seems Bikita Minerals were not settled, and they ended up coming back into the game towards the end of the first half. Last 5, 6, 7 minutes, they did very well. You could see the structure of the team with Mate doing very well in the center midfield, and also Shorton on the left side. They now they are playing a little bit of some purposeful football.
Indeed, and if it were not of the saves made by Martin Mapisa, take nothing away from the strikers as well in terms of how they set up and how they created some of the opportunities that they created. That is the Panthers, rather Bikita Minerals, the Lithium Boys, the chances that they created. We have to give it to Martin Mapisa for some of the saves, particularly that long-range strike. They well measured, well calculated, and he just had to tip it to the post.
Yeah, you know, like I said, you know, in the beginning of the match, MWOS was in control, and they took over of everything, and they got the goal. But towards half time, Bikita Minerals did very well, and they started playing their normal game, the usual one, and they were settled, and it gave them some opportunities, and you can see they had at least two strikes on goal, which was a positive approach, and of course they are building very well from the back, but going into the midfield, then into the third, that's where they are lacking. The final pass is what is lacking in the Bikita attack.
Indeed, and of course he's got his potent strikers on the bench, two of them who share 8 goals in between them, and is it an opportunity for him to reassess and look at how they are going to punish the Panthers MWOS in attack because he's got some good options sitting on the bench, that is Wilson Mtegere?
Yeah, you need to make some change, bring 2 forwards, at least to settle the midfield because it's a little bit heavy and long for the midfield going up and coming back into the midfield and joining the attack is quite long. And I think if he adds one more striker, it will give them balance because you see most of the time Zambezi is alone. And no one is picking Zambezi. He's the one who's initiating most of the play. And of course, on the left side, that's where they got their goal from, MWOS. And you have to make sure that you give everyone the roles to do and the roles to push. You can see Mate is doing very well, and he is pushing forward, trying by all means. But the final third, you just need to add the numbers.
And indeed, we look at how the two sides are playing right here this afternoon. I certainly hope you're enjoying the matches wherever you're watching from. You're enjoying particularly this match that we're also streaming live on our Facebook page, ZBC News Online, as well as on our YouTube page as well. That's where you can tell your friends and family. You can tag them, let them know that you're watching and enjoying the game there. And of course, continue with the predictions, and let's see how that will come out as Timba as well as we see them warming up, likely the next change that is going to be made by Wilson Mtekere. But let's talk about the MWOS themselves. Content with how they've played. Defensively, yes, they've been exposed to twice or thrice in this encounter, but solid nonetheless.
Yeah, you can see, the 2 times Bikita Minerals tried to go forward. That's when they broke them. And it was meaningful, and now I think the coach Mutegede has seen the problem at the back for MWOS, whereby they are splitting. The 2 defenders are staying far away, Nyabu and Zambezi. They are staying far away from each other, which it means there are gaps in between. So you just need to add in more attacks, more strikers, and you can eventually break the line.
Indeed. So there you have it, Wilson Mtegere, with so much to do in this encounter to serve a semi-final berth for his side, that is the Lithium Boys, Bikita Minerals. Well, for the Panthers, they've got 1 foot into the semi-final as they lead this encounter by a goal to 0. Let's talk a bit about that goal as well, how it was a cross-whipped in and he hit it and slotted it home.
It started off with Martina, a very good run on the left. He pushes twice and gets into the area, into the box, and a very good outfoot cross. And I also appreciate the control from Kongware. It was really something, and he set up himself, and a great finish as well. A low shot. I think they deserve the goal, and because of the nature of the build-up, from the beginning, from the left side where Martina a cross and a good control and a finish.
And let's talk about Everson Ferremba, because he is taking the place of their top goal scorer within the Panthers. Awfully quiet. Yes, he has done that part where he needs to hold the ball, control the ball, win the area challenges, but he hasn't been really effective, and putting pressure on the Lithium Boys defense.
Probably I would say that's the only missing link for them. But the good thing about Ferremba is well structured, every tussle is going, and he's winning some balls, and sometimes he makes foul to stop the attack, which is very important. Nevertheless, he's not in the game, but I think he has done his job very well in the first half.
Indeed. So there you have it, a bit of changes, and looking at how the two sides are going to be setting it out in the second half, because this is the most crucial part within the 90. Of course, you have to remember that if we go for 90 and the scores are level, we're going straight into the penalty shootout. But currently, that's not the case, as the Panthers currently lead. That is the Lithium Boys by a goal to 0 here at the Gable Stadium in the hot blazing sun of the triangle, and the sugar cans as well. I'm sure they're swinging and swaying in different directions, but we don't know who's going to have that sweetness this afternoon. But so far, the one who has peeled the first can is, of course, the Panthers. While the Lithium Boys, they need to reignite their energy, their batteries, to really find a goal here. But it's not too far away. If you're Wilson, would you be too worried in terms of scoring? Because you've created the chances, but you just haven't buried them.
What I'll just do is to remind them they did very well. They ended up 2 shots at goal and resulting into a corner, giving Martin Mapisa some problem. So I would just remind them to continue and start again rebuilding, because if they are to go, they need to get a goal. They need to create a lot of chances. How do you create a lot of chances? Just take your ball to the wings and bring it like the low crosses. They've got very good shooters. They can as well create chances from the midfield, play 1-2s going forward, and they have Mate shooting.
Indeed, and speaking of the other match that is currently taking place, Emakumeni, Papafield Stadium, it is of course the home side Highlanders trailing, that is the league debutants, that is Scotland FC, by 1-2 in that encounter. Another game, blood and thunder, but full of goals. That's what us neutrals love to see, but the Highlanders finally they were trailing 1-0, then 1-1, then 2-1. Now the case. Which way do you see? Do you still predict in favor of Iposo going to the second half? I know Emakumeni, Papafield Stadium will be buzzing.
You know, it's an electric stadium. And of course, getting goals, quite a number of goals. Highlanders, as long as they start playing very well and scoring goals, I think they've got a chance also to come back into the game and get an equalizer. There's not much of a difference, but just controlling the game and play like big boys at home, I think they will get the goal deserved.
And of course, the two teams are trooping in for the second half here at the Gibo. And as it stands, it is the Lithium Boys who are trailing the Panthers by 0-1. And they'll be hoping to get back and continue with the fine form they showed in the last 10 minutes of this encounter, where they created most of the chances. If it went for, if it weren't for, that is Martin Mapisa in goal for the Panthers, surely they could have had 1 or 2 goals or in the lead, to say the least. But that's not the case. It is the Panthers that still lead this one. Your final prediction before we go as the two teams are walking in.
I think Bikita Minerals have got a chance to equalize. So as MWOS also can take a lead, it's possible because of the nature of the game. Considering the last 5 minutes of the first half, it looked like Bikita Minerals gained their confidence and they started threatening.
So there you have it. We're almost ready for the second half. Continue with your predictions on our YouTube page as well as our Facebook page. Tell us how you see this one going. Take a friend, take someone. Tell us who you're watching with, who you're encouraging to watch. And you can also watch on our terrestrial television, that is on ZBC TV as well as our stream on our YouTube page, as well as our Facebook page. As for me, Valentine Mabugu, catch you as we analyze the final that is at the end of this encounter to tell you who is going into the semi-final. Let's take you to our match commentator, that is Stanley Katsande, who will be joined shortly by Chief Justice Mazavi for the second half.
Thank you, Valentine, and welcome back to the second half here at Gibo Stadium. A wonderfully crafted stadium in terms of the turf, the lines and everything. I keep repeating this. This is exactly what should happen throughout the country. We might have to invite some of our big guys in the capital to come and have a look at what it means to take care of a stadium. Gibo Stadium certainly looking very immaculate as we see there. Bikita Minerals getting ready to start, and MWOS are also going through their rituals. That is Valentine Katsande, my namesake, going through his pre-match rituals, asking for divine intervention. The referees are ready, and the players still going through their halftime pep talk, adding on to whatever the coach has said to see if they can gain an advantage for their team here. MWOS players, those with bibs, are the substitutes, are now leaving the field of play so that the game proper can get underway. But Bikita Minerals away to your left, still in a huddle, with the captain in the center, putting across his ideas, reinforcing the manager's pep talk. That is Wilson Umtekede, the man in the picture, is coming back to take his seat. Well, changes taking place for Bikita Minerals. Just number 89 comes on. Tinaya Nigel Tsimba is a forward. He joins the fray. And jersey number 37, Jerry Tinashe Ruzive. Midfield. He's set to come on. Let's see who he replaces. And it's the ginger-haired fella who is running to the near touchline here to be replaced. That's Makelele Philip Gueva calls it a day. And in comes Rosive Tinashe. And of course, just number 89, Tinayet Simba Nigel. The referee will be getting underway soon, but before that, we have got some more changes from MWOS themselves. They're bringing in Wilson Mensah. And just number 38, Godfrey Manasseh joining the fray. Can you tell us the effect of these changes? What do you think the coaches are looking for?
You can see, Stanley, in the last 5 minutes, I think Bikita Minerals were better, especially constructing from the wings, coming towards the third, and then the transition. I think he just wanted to stop a little bit of the wings, and try to put Arthur Banda to stay just in where Feremba was, to stay as a striker, because they were lacking that speed going behind defense. And of course, also Bikita were good on the left side, where there is Shumba Imwe, who's bringing some good crosses, and their good combination with Shorton Moy.
Oh yeah, here comes now the chance for Bikita Minerals. Tanaka Chari plays it long into the area, but headed away. Comes to the near side here, picking out the substitute. This is Tinashe Ruzive. Drifts past one man. Tinashe Ruzive is going through. Will he get the shot? But now taken away. And the clearance to nobody. As Bikita Minerals continue to try and dominate the exchanges here. Good pass for Chari. And this one rolls into touch for a throw-in, quickly taken and desperately cleared away. Did he manage to avoid a corner? No. Looks like it went out. And that's a corner kick.
Very good start from Bikita Minerals. You know, in the first half, they couldn't reach anywhere near taking a corner kick, even a free kick just in the third. But now, at least they are showing some purposeful, meaningful football. Very good corner. Maybe they can equalize, but...
Oh, this one is overcooked. It goes behind, and no problem there for the goalkeeper. That was a poor effort.
These are half chances.
Exactly.
You know, you need to utilize.
Shelton Moyo played it too long, and the ball veered off course and out of play. Goal kick taken by Martin Mapisa. Nyabunze making sure it's safe. This one comes back. Here they come now at Nigel Martina. Trying from afar, but no problem there for Wellington Mangena. Here they come once again. Tanaka Chari plays it through and tightly monitored. The chance once again.
Oof.
Two quick chances. Bikita Minerals must be very careful not to give away possession cheaply. Here they come now with the substitute. This is Ruzive. Played on the far side. Katsande is beaten on the ground. The cross comes in. Again, nobody home. If only they can start playing measured crosses in the box, then of course the story will change. But unfortunately, it's not like that. And it will be a goal kick.
You know, it's a throw-in actually. It came all the way here. Down here, it's a throw-in for MWOS.
Yeah, throw-in for MWOS as we confirm the changes that have been made. Here it comes. Nyabunze putting it away. And Mensah, the substitute, has gone down under pressure, so that will be a free kick. Tekede making sure that his half-time pep talk is implemented correctly as we take a second look at the incident that resulted in a free kick with Mensah going down injured, but he's up and about. Nyabunze clearing the danger. Massive clearance once again, but Katsande is on guard. And ref intervenes to give a free kick to the Panthers for this offense here on Mchambizi. Tunatenda Mchambizi, the diminutive midfielder who plays alongside Abubakar Moffat, was brought down unfairly. So this will be a free kick to be taken by Abubakar himself. Plays it short. Again played into the box, and yeah, the biggest issue with both teams is playing some measured crosses. They are being overhit, and in the end, chances are being lost. Good header backwards by Bikita Minerals. Here they come. Once again, they're still fighting Keith Mate. It's been a wonderful workhorse in the middle of the park. And the danger is averted. Ball played into touch. Throw in to Bikita Minerals. Mate queuing up a shot. Didn't have the venom. Wins a rebound, but again it's taken away. Oh, that was a crude tackle. He went for the man rather than the ball. The referee could have easily given him a yellow card. I think even this lady agrees with me that that was a crude tackle.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's wait and see how the kick will be taken. There is a good run by Arthur Banda. And he was head down after beating his opponent. The free kick will come. 1-0 if you're joining us for the first time. MWOS are in the lead. This is the Chibuku Super Cup, the quarterfinal stage. Whoever wins will join Dynamos and Triangle in the semi-finals. Here it comes, well defended by Bikita Minerals. This is a good-looking ball on the near side. Picked up, nicely received. He doesn't have the shooting range. That's well beyond his range. Free kick. Well, it was taken by the goalkeeper because it was a feeble effort. And the ref once again intervenes for an illegal with a free kick. Bikita Minerals changed side in the second 45 minutes. They would like to continue where they left off from the first 45. Can they make their fans celebrate? Mate. Lovely control from the dreadlock midfielder. This one comes in the center. Zambezi averts the danger. Played on the near side. The cross, Nyabunze. Calls for a penalty, not given. It was too fast for the referee to see, but Felix Moyo will guide this one back to the goalkeeper. Mangena. Mate backwards. Long effort downfield. Picked up by Bikita Minerals. The cross looks good. And it's an emphatic header. But then that was a foul. And that's certainly Godfrey Manasseh. Godfrey Manasseh is down injured. The defender who is now playing alongside Nyabunze for MWOS. I'm glad that he's feeling fine and he can continue. There he is, making a vital interception. With Martin Mapisa ready to dispatch the free kick. More changes coming through for Bikita Minerals. Justice, what do you make of this one? In comes just number 35.
Murasiranwa. Yeah, I think let's see what he offers.
Out goes Shelton Moyo.
Let's see what he offers. Because Shelton, was giving them width and some good creation of chances there from the left. But
busy trying to kill this one past Mangena, but he got it horribly wrong. This man could have easily scored for MWOS the second goal. He came face to face with the goalkeeper and he failed to beat him as he took his shot wide. Bikita Minerals now coming to life, and there is a tackle on Shumbaimwe. So that will be a free kick. Second look at it, of course, the ref is absolutely right. Long one inside the area. Oh, that was close. Very close indeed. Ndemtekede knows that, look, his side is now turning on the screw, making life very uncomfortable for MWOS. And you can see Lloyd Mtasa, a usually very, very calm and collected character. He's now pacing up and down his technical area like a caged animal. He is not comfortable at all. Well, the young goalkeeper must know that these days, I'm surprised that he's been given a yellow card instead of a corner kick being taken.
I think for delaying, Martin Mapisa, for delaying. And
but normally these days you do concede a corner. Yeah, but the referee somehow decided that he should be given a yellow card.
Should have been a corner, right?
It should have been a corner. I'll find out from the match commissioner.
And relatively from the beginning of the second half, I think Bikita Minerals has been in control. Some good football.
Definitely.
Whatever from the right side, from the left side,
whatever Mtekede said at half time is paying off.
Yeah,
He's told them to continue playing the way they did towards the end of the first half.
Yeah, and bringing in Ruziwe, it gave them some width on the right side.
Exactly.
And he's been here, he's detecting the pace, coming on, coming inside.
And again, it looks like Lloyd Mtasa is making some changes. Jersey number 11 and 31 are coming on. Jeremiah Makangira and Malvin Mutsuka. Well, these are some of the players who were benched in preference of others, the likes of Mchambizi, who you see there calling it a day. I'm sure Lloyd Mtasa is looking for attacking players, attack-minded players, so that they can force Bikita Minerals to backpedal. Yes, just number 22, Nigel Martina, calls it a day. He's usually the danger man for MWOS, but he has decided to pull him off. It will be interesting to see how the substitute Jeremiah Makangira will do, Joe.
I think he did very well. These changes, he needed them. especially in the midfield, where they were now chasing shadows. I think Bikita Minerals came in the second half, a formidable side, and doing very well with Keith Mate leading. Also, Rizia doing very well. And you can see now there's shortfall of supply up front going there. Abubakar has been alone.
Yes, indeed. And briefly, you saw the confirmation of the changes. Lovely take. Here's Mate. Plays it on the near side. Recibe with a short pass. Bikita Minerals once again with Mate. Neatly brought down. Good fighting spirit. Shumbaimwe on the far side. Slides the ball through. Displayed wide on the far side. Can he keep the ball in play? Yes, he does. A good looking cross. Not emphatically punched away by the goalkeeper, Martin Mapisa. He was put under pressure and was flapping very badly. Here comes Bikita Minerals. Lovely chance there. And easily taken away by Martin Mapisa, who is demanding a better performance from his defenders, as he virtually goes to sleep with the shot. Yeah, another look at it. Yeah, he was going in the wrong direction, going too far out when the ball was coming back into his goal. But here is Mangena now. He throws a long one. Clip through. And it comes out of play on the near side. Yeah, it goes without saying that Lloyd Msasa has surrendered the long end of the stick here in the second half, because Bikita Minerals are asking questions. And if they keep doing this, I think they will get the answer, because they are putting MWOS under a lot of pressure. And the MWOS themselves have become disorganized.
Definitely. You can see the way they are playing now. They are really a purposeful side. And also I'm impressed by Shumba Imwe. He's bringing some dangerous crosses from the left side there. And it's good for Bikita. You know, they've been lacking this, and also controlling midfield, where it's mostly where there is the engine for MWOS. And now it's neutralized. And the Abubakar is quiet from the beginning of the second half.
Yes, now as they come through, this is Mutsuka. Ball played through, and they managed to clear. Tussle for possession. Mrambiwa loses out. Now they're going forward. A chance for Bikita Minerals, and the ball is easily taken away. Mutsuka wide to the far side. Long crossfield pass. Drops once. And the goalkeeper again way out of office. And Mutsuka turning away from his markers. And he does so very well. Good crossfield pass. And on the far side, who was aiming for the first time effort? I thought for a moment Murambiwa would be going for that one, but he didn't. And it looks like MWOS have virtually surrendered the midfield department. Nyabunze coming in with a tackle. Zuka helping out. Ball picked up as they go forward once again, and look, Atabanda easily muscled away from the ball. Bikita Minerals, this is Rusive. As they play the ball square to each other. Nyakope. Shumbaimwe finds Nyakope, who plays it downfield, but taken away by Abubakar only briefly. Rusive. Mate. I like Mate's style of play. He's not the type that was going to hold on to the ball unnecessarily. Now they've lost possession here. Bikita Minerals. And this one on the near side. The cross will come, and Mangena does well. That was a well taken cross. I think it was too close to the goalkeeper, but the idea was perfect.
Yeah, most they are now trying to utilize every little chance they get, because if you can see the text of the game, they are really suffocated. And with Keith there in the midfield, he's controlling and taking everything. He's now in control of the midfield battle. You know, in the first half, in the beginning, it was Abubakar Moffat, but now it's his turn, and you can see Bikita Minerals are now playing very quick, going with a good transition.
Yes, indeed, and Keith Matt, of course, is now at the center of it all, blocking their defense, and his passing range is brilliant. And these fans do agree with me. Here's Mutsuka, but he's taken away. Back to the goalkeeper Mangena with an emphatic clearance. Moffat picks up possession. Back to Mutsuka, but good read of the game there from Bikita Minerals. As the ball is cleared to the far side by Nyakope. And this one drops kindly on the near side. Massive clearance coming from Valentine Katsande, who is playing on the right but now coming to the left. And the Panthers fans enjoying themselves because they are in the lead here by 1-0. At the bottom of your picture there, Lloyd now with a yellow bib so that he doesn't confuse the Bikita Minerals players. Yeah, they've come here in numbers. The Norton-based side have brought quite a large contingent of supporters. Some of them are in the stands singing. This is a cross from Nyakope. It's picked up by Charlton Tanaka. Ball played through. Brazil with a good-looking cross. Again overcooked, but kept in play by Shumbaimwe. And Martin Mapisa stretching himself to the elastic limit to bring down the cross and save MWOS from an embarrassing goal. Here comes a long goal kick. Mutsuka, since coming on, has been very busy in the middle of the park. And in the end, Abubakar is penalized. Free kick. The Keith Mate, for a moment, wanted to take it, but has left it now. For Nyakope. Clips it down. This one will be taken down by Wilson Mensah. Oh, it's a good-looking effort on the near side here. Can he keep the ball in play? No, he can't. Yeah, I should know that he must never allow the ball to bounce because you don't know where it's going next. But they've got good fortune here. Murambiwa drifts into the area, and for a moment I thought that they managed to keep the ball in play, but no, the ref says it had gone out of play for a goal kick, which they take quickly. This is Bikita Minerals in white. MWOS are playing in blue from right to left, and Bikita Minerals from left to right. That's Wilson Umtekede, the Bikita Minerals coach. And this is Lloyd Mtasa. Samaita Mtasa was a brilliant midfielder from a young age playing for Kunaka. As we see Martin Mapisa guiding the ball out.
He conceded a corner. He touched the ball with his left foot.
Yeah, I don't know why. He made it look like it was his ball, but now he has to defend a corner kick. Good punch away from danger. Keith Mate, but it's picked up by Mutsuka, who plays the ball to the near side here. It's Jeremiah Makangira. The cross comes in. Is there? Wonderful cross. And definitely Bikita Minerals must be down and out. 69 minutes gone. What a brilliant goal there. Following some lovely interpassing. And the left back, the one who came on as a substitute, Jeremiah Makangira, produced a pitch of a ball. And Wellington Mangena had no chance at all.
Yeah, started from the midfield, you know. Muzuka with a good searching ball. Looking for Makangira. And the Makangira, what a delivery. And the other was at the rightful position. And a very good header. I think they deserved. It's a very good one. You can see here. And a very good header placed to the far corner. No chance for Mangena.
No chance at all for Mangena as Atabanda scored with a diving header to make it 2-0. So the Panthers can now see some light ahead of them in the Chibuku Super Cup. If they end like this, it means they will join Dynamos and Triangle, who stormed into the semi-finals yesterday. And Bikita Minerals looking frustrated now as that ball is played carelessly into touch. Here comes the throw from Valentine Katande. This one, Zuka has been fighting for every loose ball. Keith Mate to the near side here as they continue to try and find their way forward. This is a good opportunity, but he leaves the ball behind. Keith Mate. He's a smart player, this chip. I tell you, with a bit of help, Keith Mate is a youngster with a bright future. Born in 2002, only 23 years. Still with plenty of years ahead of him. And talking of ages, Bikita Minerals have got the youngest team in the league with 7 players born after the turn of the millennium. Well, it's more than 7. These are 7 of them are in the starting lineup. And they've got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13 players in the team born after the turn of the millennium. That's a good recruitment business there being done by Bikita Minerals. As we see the goal by Atabanda. Here's the cross by Jeremiah Makangira. Diving header. And you can only feel sorry for the goalkeeper. And Martin Mapisa there being forced into action as we were watching. And these fans from Nortona enjoying themselves here at Gibbo Stadium, because their team is leading by 2-0. Mapisa saving on the second bite of the cherry. Banda, scorer of the second goal. Muzuka does well to play it forward. But then the ball is headed back to Mangena. With Atabanda staying very close to the goalkeeper. Free kick. After tonight, Simba was brought down.
You can see now Bikita Minerals. I think they're not fizzled out with that goal, the second goal. They still keep trying. But I'm enjoying. Even Nyakope have done so well in defense. He came back very strong.
This is a good long level. Whoa!
Wow!
What a shot!
Goal.
My goodness me!
What a goal!
You rarely see this in the local premiership. But of course, Bikita Minerals player Tadiwana Shemurasiranwa with a strong contender for goal of the season there. Justice.
What a goal! What a goal! You know, he comes from a family of football. I was told he's also related to the Ngezi goalkeeper and the Murasirano, who is also at Manika Diamonds. They are brothers. What a family, and what a goal from him.
A brilliant goal indeed.
And he's the one who initiated the free kick.
Yes.
Good setup there.
Return pass. Had no fear and produced the bullet. Martin Mapisa of the Zimbabwe International saw nothing. You was surprised that the net was rippling. What an effort.
Interesting now.
You're quite right in saying that, look, Bikita Minerals haven't thrown in the towel, but changes are being made here. In comes just number 4, Ishmael Muroiwa, now playing at right back. Another free kick to MWOS, who will not complain for any stoppages. 15 and a bit minutes to the 90. 2 goals to 1. The Panthers, MWOS in the lead. We witnessed the brilliant second goal by MWOS, a diving header by Arthur Banda. Then, of course, the second half, Marasiranwa Tadiwanashe with a thunderbolt into the back of the net to make it 2-1. This free kick must be watched very carefully because MWOS are trying to put a bit of daylight between them and Bikita Minerals in this Chibuku Super Cup quarter-final match. Let's see how they take it. Referee says, let's go. This one taken. Oh! My word!
What a goal!
This is a brilliant goal indeed. Now, if you thought the goal by Mrasiranwa was special, I don't know what you have to say about this one. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. MWOS virtually saying that whatever you can do, we can do better.
Good response.
It's 3-1. Yes, a brilliant response, Justin.
What a free kick. What a free kick. It was a brilliant one from Menza. Direct into the goal. I think Mangena, he was not well positioned.
He never expected that. He thought that it was going to be a cross.
Just went
But look
over
at
his
that.
head.
Wilson Menza. Yeah, Wilson Menza putting a bit of daylight. So some more daylight between Bikita Minerals and MWOS. Here they pick it up now with Shumbaimwe, but they take it up now. Mensa, Mzuka, Abubakar. Back again to Abubakar. Here's a cross inside the area. Banda was waiting for it, but it's cleared. Now it comes to Murambiwa. He's trying to find Mzuka, but tightly monitored. Zambezi, very calm on the ball. Another good-looking ball on the right-hand side. Here's a cross. And the goalkeeper was flapping badly. And finally, it goes out of play. And I think it crashed into the upright, forcing the referee to call on the medics to attend to Wellington Mangena. And we do pray that is nothing serious, because he was doing a fantastic dog between the sticks. He couldn't help. The 2 goals that were scored by, the 3 goals now that were scored by MWOS, this is how it happened. Again, the cross from Makangira. It was too high. And as he was backpedaling there, he went on to crash against the upright.
I think he did very well. You know, he needed to not to take any chances. It
Exactly.
was gonna deep inside. It was going to deep inside, but he did very well. Make sure he saves that one. But the outlook of the game, it seems like Mudzuka has just brought in some life to MWOS in midfield again, and now he's complementing with the net passing going forward, and all these attacks is probably one who is initiating.
Exactly, Mzuka has brought some life. Bikita Minerals are now coming through. And this one goes over the bar, but the idea was perfect. It was perfect from Ruzive. Just that the accuracy was missing. The goalkeeper was way out of office. And he tried to lob him, but then I think he didn't get the sort of contact he would have wanted. Here comes the effort. Katsande, tightly monitored. Again, Bikita Minerals have got self-belief. Katsande stops them. Mzuka floats it forward, looking for Atabanda, but it's cut out well by Bikita Minerals. And this is the effort that sailed over the bar. It's certainly become an exciting encounter. Some changes taking place. It's MWOS who are making changes. Salif Chea finally comes on. This is the player that gave MWOS their first victory in the Premier League, beating Highlanders by 1-0 at the Baobab Stadium. Now he joins the fray. Let's see if he can repeat.
Yeah, beginning
the same
of
antics.
the season.
Yes,
Yeah.
beginning of the season, Highlanders came to Baobab Stadium and they were beaten 1-0 by MWOS. And from then on, they forgot how to lose MWOS. They continued to win matches. And their chance again, and this one out of play. Goal kick. And it's taken short. Played through. And Mrambiwa playing the ball forward. But he's penalized for foul play, and that will be a free kick. 9 minutes from the 90. 3-1. MWOS in the lead. Martin Mapisa making sure that his team is guarding all the openings. That was a chance, but it sailed over the bar. Time ticking away for Wilson Tegede.
I think altogether is a good game. Altogether is a good game.
It's been a very good
Yes,
game.
3-1. MWOS is leading. Also, I think they needed this to show a little bit some power. They lacked that in the beginning of the first half, of the second half, especially when you come from the break. They did no punch, and the Bikita Minerals started detecting until now they realized bringing in Mazuka.
Yes, indeed, Matsuka took matters into his own hands and grabbed the initiative in the middle of the park. Mrambiwa again crushing it off an opponent. Bikita Minerals are still coming through. This one played wide on the far side for Shumba Imwe. And this one drops kindly on the near side here for the goal scorer. And it's cleared away as Salif Chea challenges. Shumba Imwe collects. Mutsuka to Abubakar Moffat. Dictating the pace of the game. Salif Chea plays it again on the near side here for Makangira, who is caught offside. Makangira, since coming on, has been a threat from time to time. Doesn't waste time in stretching the defense. But from Bikita Minerals, I was impressed by Keith Mate, the midfield kingpin. It's unfortunate that his team is losing, but otherwise, he's a brilliant player.
Very good player. Very good player. He's got the touch. He also he doesn't keep the ball unnecessary. He releases at the rightful time.
Indeed.
It's a very good squad, you know, young players, and they're good for the future.
Definitely good for the future, especially when you have 13 players born after the turn of the millennium. It just goes to show that they are looking ahead.
It's a very
if,
good
if
project.
results go their way, this could turn out to be a very good project.
Sure.
Let's wait and see how they perform in the league. Of course, there's Triangle, Dynamos, Kwekwe United, Caps United, all threatened with relegation, including Manika Diamonds. Here's Muzuka, guiding it to the near side here. Kept in play by Makangira. Nearly crossed inside the area and taken away by Mate. What I like about Mate is that before the ball gets to him, he already knows where to put it.
He's one
Yeah.
enterprising midfielder. You know, someone like him, very good vision, and also I like he's probably a well-disciplined player. You can
Very.
see he's marking the tackles. He's definitely going in for the ball, and of course it's meaningful to have him up there. He's shooting well in front of defense, despite shaky defense, especially on the left side where there's Moyo. He didn't put up a good show in the second half, but first half he was brilliant.
Yeah, indeed, he was very good on the first half. But then I think it's because MWOS changed personnel. They brought in Mazuka, they've brought in Makangira, who is now
control the
stretching.
midfield,
They're overloading that area,
Yeah.
and it has become difficult for the
I see-
Bikita Minerals defender. I was about to talk about this young boy, Keith Mate. He reminds me of a player from the past. I don't think you saw him, Achford Cheu Chichimtanda.
Okay.
That's how he played. He didn't want to hold the ball. But each time the ball comes to him, he knew exactly what to do with it. That's what this young man is trying to do. It's a pity.
That's being smart.
Very smart indeed.
Very smart.
Very smart. If you see him play, you'd think that, look, everything is easy for him. But no, it's quick thinking.
I guess
And-
you've got a bright future.
Very bright
looking
future.
ahead, and most
Matsuka,
teams are
Matsuka
there.
as well.
He's not
You know,
bad.
since
he's
coming
not bad.
on, he's not a bad fellow. He's done very well for MWOS.
Yeah.
Changed the complexion.
Do you know his nickname?
No, not yet.
That's the one they call Majabi.
That's Majabi.
That's Majabi. That's the namesake.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I started watching him playing for Black Rhinos.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think he's such a good player.
He's a brilliant player.
Very good player.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
done. He's testified everything.
He changed completely this game.
Yeah,
It was
it
really
seemed-
falling off
yeah.
of MWOS.
Abubakar with Muzuka, but he loses out on that occasion. Nyabunze for Zambezi is another player that I rate very highly. That's Innocent Zambezi.
Very good player.
He does the job that he's given. He can play in midfield, playing as a centre back, left back, right back. You never see him, lose his touch.
I also like
Such
the technique. His deliveries are very excellent.
Yes, excellent deliveries. For me, these are players that I would call a Rolls Royce. Perfect all the time. Here's the ball neatly taken down there by Bikita Minerals, Chuara Marshall. The goal scorer playing the ball forward. This is Mrasiranwa Tadautaduanashe. And offside against Ruzive. Free kick. And Katsande will take as long as possible to dispatch this one. 3 minutes to the 90. As we take a look at the goal for MWOS, the second one, soon after the restart. That cross by Makangira, headed in by Atabanda. Here's the chance for Bikita Minerals. Ball played through. Stopped by Valentine Katsande. Abubakar is given away possession. Here is the impressive Mate. Ball played through. Comes to the near side here. Muraiwa Ismail. And referee intervenes to give a free kick with 2 minutes to the 90. 3 goals to 1. The Panthers are in the lead. MWOS 1, MWOS 3. Bikita Minerals. Oh, that was a golden opportunity. Nyabunze missed the cross. The striker thought that the clearance was on. It wasn't, and it sailed past the goalkeeper. There's no way he could have saved that one.
You just have to anticipate. It's a very, very good cross from Shumba Imwe. I thought he was just going to go for a tip in.
That would have been a tap in. Because the ball didn't have pace, but then when the defender missed it, I didn't expect the striker to fail to touch it. But he lacked anticipation. Throw in coming from the near side here. Murayua. Ishmael Murayua to take it. Takes it short. Here's the impressive Mate. Shumba Imwe with a good looking cross. And that header sails over the bar. No problem for Martin Mapisa, who was beaten hands down by Murasirano Taduanashe. But then his team responded almost immediately through Wilson Mensah from a free kick. Crashing into the nets with goalkeeper Mangena.
Oh, Martin is going to get a red card.
He will get a red card. That's the second.
For who? For Martin?
Yes. Martin Mapisa?
No, it's not for Martin.
It's Martin Mapisa.
It's not Martin.
It's the defender.
Yeah.
But these are some things that they need to avoid.
Definitely, you know.
You have to avoid.
Actually, it was supposed to be for Martin Mapisa. It's the one who is stopping the defender from taking the goal kick.
He should be very careful. I don't think Lloyd Mtasa will be happy with him. Yabunze.
I don't know why Manasseh was there to take the goal kick. It's unbelievable, you know, decisions they are trying to make, and it will cost their goalkeeper.
Definitely, it will cost him. There's Martin Mapisa, just trying to calm things down. You can only wind down the clock if the ball is in play.
Sure.
You allow others to participate. But if there's a goal kick to be taken, if there's a clearance to be made, let it be made. Because the rules have been changed. Makangira bringing the ball down nicely. But he was elbowed. Here is Abubakar. Playing for Makangira. He must learn to stay on side. He's so eager to go forward. 4 minutes of stoppage time to be played here at Kipo Stadium in this Chibuku Super Cup quarter-final. MWOS are leading by 3-1. Massive clearance. Yabunze beaten. Another shot! Oh, very near him. Rasiranwa thinking of a brace with the goalkeeper out of office.
He can pack them the shots.
He can pack. He's got a sweet left foot.
Very good left foot. You know, all together, this Bikita Minerals squad, you know, these young boys. I think this project, they should just continue with this project.
Yeah, whatever happens in the Premiership,
they should continue.
It should continue. This is a team that could go for quite some time. Most of them are youngsters born at the turn of the century. 13 of them, you know, you do have a decade or so with them. So these could become, you know, players for the national team.
Yeah, that's the reality. You know, you can formulate a bulk, from the bulk of this squad, and have a very good squad, which can compete as well. Make some recommendations, bring in some young players, and we should also state some clubs with young players. Where as a league we just dedicate each and every time all players coming from this side of and have a massive project. Especially here, they have got time in Bikita. They can another chance there.
Another chance now. The goalkeeper losing out, and this one is taken down neatly. A lovely ball through and offside. Against now to the right.
Let's see again.
Another player is very eager, just like Makangira. It will be interesting to see how far offside was he. Tekede tried his best, especially in the second 45 minutes when the team came back from the break. They looked very sharp. in the Salif chair. Trying to cause unnecessary problems there. You are the team leading. Now you want to... Oh, this is the effort that was saved by the goalkeeper. With MWOS carving open the defense with their intricate passing in the middle of the park.
I think it was unnecessary there for Chair. Just move away, leave the ball.
And the choir still sings. They are in full voice here at Gibo Stadium. 30 seconds to go before the end of the match. The Chibuku Super Cup quarterfinal, where MWOS are leading by 3-1. 2 fantastic goals. But I will still talk about the one scored by Wilson Mensah, and that will be the end of the story here at Gibo Stadium. It's 3-1 for the visitors. Bikita Minerals 1, MWOS 3. 3 fantastic goals that have settled this encounter, and it certainly becomes a good run for Lloyd Mtasa and company. Let's see how far they will go. But your thoughts of the entire match, Justice?
I think it's been a beautiful afternoon. Very good game from both ends. And of course, a young team. Bikita Minerals is impressive. MWOS showed some character with their experience. And a good game also from Muzuka. Abubakar Mofat. They did very well altogether. The match officials were quite good. It's quite different from the one from what I would say from Mutare, where Manika Diamond lost it to Triangle.
Oh yes, indeed, very different. This one had a touch of entertainment. It wasn't played in an ill-tempered manner. Of course, both sides showed flashes of brilliance, with Muzuka coming on and causing havoc, while Abubakar, although operating in second gear, you are still very good in front of the back four, with Nyabunze standing firm for MWOS to make sure that my Martin Mapisa is not threatened. Bikita Minerals needed a bit of cohesion at the back, but of course in the middle of the park they had Keith Mate, who was brilliant in his passing and anticipation. As we take a look at the goals that were scored here, that was the effort. The first one by Kwangwari, MWOS 1-0. Yes, the defender might have had a last touch, but it was on target, and the ball will have to be, the goal will be given to the striker. Yeah, Mangena there, Wellington, beaten systems out. He continues to tell his player, this is the Bikita Minerals goal. That was a ferocious effort. Martin Mapisa beaten all systems out. And the set piece routine is a clever one. Look at that.
That's a great shot.
That's a great shot.
That's a great shot.
There will be an even greater shot as we wait now for Wilson Mtekede, who is talking to Valentine Mabugo.
Right, Coach, tough one to take. Missed opportunities, but it was the goals that did lead you. Your overall assessment of the whole game?
Yeah, I think we had a fairly good game. Like you're saying, it was just a matter of probably the conversion of chances. We also considered very soft goals, basic breakdowns, and then from a free kick, I think also the goalkeeper was not well positioned. Again, the second goal, we allowed a soft goal from a cross after the play almost went like a dead play, and I thought we were going to organize and defend better. But I think these have been the results here. We like playing in a symmetry. Very, very difficult. Results are not coming through. But I think in terms of performance, the good exchanges, good combinations. I think I'm happy with the performance. Yes, the results very disappointing. We would have loved to progress, but look, the performance, I think we saw what the boys can do. A very good technical game. So that's football.
Tough one to take, but tough luck, Coach.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Wilson Mtekede there with a tough one, and right now I shall be joined by that is the triumphant coach, that is Lloyd Samaita Mutasa, and of course his side winning here by 3-1. Coach, congratulations. You're one step away from the final. You're into the semi-finals. Your feeling, your overall assessment of how you play today.
I think for a start, I have to say glory be to God. Without him, we will not be doing what we are doing. And then thumbs up to the youngsters. They created some chances, and from the chances that we created, at least we scored 3 away from home. And in a cup match, if you score 3 goals and come out victorious, you cannot ask for more.
Indeed, it was a precision and well calculated. Some of your goals, you did pounce when it mattered most. Was this part of the strategy when they dominated the play, or it was just how you set up your team to be like today?
Yeah, I think the good part is when these guys, the substitutes, when they came in, they really wanted to give it a go. And you look at the goal that was scored by Mensa, it was a nice goal, and we appreciate that. And the zeal of just wanting to keep going is what matters most with these youngsters.
Indeed, Coach, congratulations, and you're into the semi-final. Looking ahead to the final as well. This should be very important for you.
Yeah, very much so in our maiden year, and we get to the semi-finals, and it's one step at a time. We'll see how it goes, but for now, we are happy.
Congratulations, Koi. Enjoy the victory for today and furthermore.
Thank you so much.
There you have it, the winning coach, Lord Samaitamtas, there with a victory that is for MWOS today as they beat the Lithium Boys by 1-3 this afternoon in an immaculate game full of wonderful goals being scored today. And we're going to be leaving you with the highlights of the match right here at Gibo Stadium. From myself, Valentine Mabugu, the crew behind the scenes, our match commentator Stanley Katsande, together with Chief Justice Majavi. It's bye-bye and happy viewing on ZBC TV.